Right now on the show, our BYU basketball summer expert. Actually, yeah, Nate Austin. That's right. Nate, can you go?
I guess I'm the expert.
Are you our summer expert?
I now am.
Okay. How do you feel about that?
I think it's a good title.
You have stitches in your chin, my friend.
I do.
What happened?
What's happening?
We were just playing pickup and was diving for a loose ball, and my chin hit the ground and blood started gushing. And
Who pushed you?
no, you didn't hear. I was diving.
Oh, no, I heard you. I just
when you dive, you don't get pushed. It was an own decision.
Yeah.
An own decision.
Teeth intact.
Oh yeah. I'm good.
No chipped teeth.
Yeah.
Do you wear like a mouthpiece during?
I did.
Pickup?
I did for about half of the year last year, but then I just got annoying, so I just let it go.
This is a growing.
In games?
What?
In games? You talking
Also,
about
in the blue and white game, I got my tooth knocked out.
Oh
Yes.
And so I started wearing.
yeah.
I started wearing one, and then once conference hit, I got rid of it, and so I haven't worn one since, even in pickup.
One of my favorite pictures ever from you is the up close chipped tooth picture.
that was
kind of gross, kind of a little nasty.
that was quite the picture.
Like a little caveman.
Tell me this: are people like drawing charges in pickup? Please say no.
No, we don't take charge in pickup. Actually, Jaron Sweeney tried taking one on me, but I did not let him get away with this. Like, there's no charges.
This is not Duke.
Exactly.
There are no
This
charges
is a
in
bad
pickup.
mistake. Okay, this is a growing trend apparently. You have stitches in your chin. One of your newest teammates, Jake Toolson, tweeted out that he had a concussion and stitches in one of his first workouts, if not the first workout. What is happening?
Jake has a stitch. One stitch, and he doesn't have a concussion. He's fine. He worked out this morning. It was just a pickup. He got back on defense, and Lee tried to go over the top of him, and just
Lee Kamard
back playing with us and got with his little.
tried to dunk on him.
No, he was just trying to go over the top, little swim through move over the top, and Lee got him with his
And
elbow.
welcome to Brigham.
Welcome to Brigham Young. Yeah.
He has a stitch.
A stitch.
I didn't know you could do that. I thought there was like mandatory, if to do stitches, you had to have at least 2.
Oh my gosh, this is gonna hurt. It's over. What? I got one.
Oh, that's funny.
How does he look? I mean, we've heard about Jake Toolson as kind of one of the dark horse, great players from the recruiting class. How is he as a player?
No, Jake's a really good shooter, and just in pickup, he's shooting it from deep. Good shooter. He's a pretty good defender. He's got a good body, so he can guard the 1, the 2, and the 3 positions. So I'm excited to see what Jake does. I think his potential is wide open, and so I think he can do a lot of good things for us this year.
Nate Austin, BYU forward on BYU Sports Nation, our summer hoops expert right now, at least for today. What is the feeling of the offseason right now? I know teams are like, oh yeah, we're really gelling compared to other years. What's the feeling right now in June of this team moving forward?
Well, I think we are gelling. I think bringing in Dalton, bringing in Jake. I think those guys come in and they're just part of the mix immediately. We're working out. And I think our number one goal obviously this year is to win the conference championship. And so guys come in. And I think they like that. That's our goal. That they're coming in there and they want to be a piece and a part of the of a championship run. So guys are coming in, and I think the seniors on this team, me and Ty and Ants, Josh, and all of us are trying to bring in the younger guys so that each guy feels like they're a part of the team and can do their part to help us win a championship this year.
How in the world are you going to manage 15 eligible players? I mean, everyone wants to play. Everyone has a certain role and certain niche. Certain guys are going to have to figure that out. How in the world do you think that's going to be managed?
Luckily, it's not my job. Luckily, it's Coach Rose's job and the assistant coaches. But like that we have a lot of depth. If a guy goes down, if we're in foul trouble, no matter what happens, we got a lot of guys who can play, and I think we have a lot of guys with good skill and with good abilities that can go in there and give us good minutes and give us good time. And I don't think there's a ton of drop off if a guy goes down or things like that. And so I think more than anything it gives us depth. I think it'll help us out in the long run.
It's a good problem. Really
You're
is.
now a senior. There were no seniors on the team last year. What kind of a role do you take now? And it's probably hard for you to believe that you're a senior, but what kind of a role do you take for this basketball team in terms of leadership?
Well, it's not my responsibility to help the younger guys I guess learn their role and understand our schemes. Our obviously it's going from high school to now to college, our things are a little bit different, taught, and the things we say are our terminology is different than high school, and so it's my job, my responsibility to help the guys coming up to understand those things, and and when those guys aren't playing very hard or aren't doing their best, it's my job to kind of get on them and tell them hey, it's time to go. Even in the offseason, we got to give our best and give 100% so we can win a championship.
Are you okay getting in their faces and doing that?
Yeah. Yeah, it's what I got to do to for us to win a championship.
You got to be big brother. You got to rough them up, right?
That's right.
The guy you don't mess with the guy with stitches in his chin.
No, you don't, because you don't want blood on you. That's what happens.
Exactly.
Are you guys over Matt Carlino transferring?
Yeah, he's. I mean, I love Matt. He's a great teammate for 3 years, but he decided to leave, and so he's out of here, and so it's time to move on. I don't really think about Matt anymore. He's at Marquette. We're at BYU, so he's not one of us anymore.
Would it be fun or awkward if you met Marquette in some situation this season?
No, it'd be cool. Like I said, we like Matt. There's no necessarily, I guess, ill feelings. I mean, he's not one of us. I mean, he's not one of the brothers or one of the guys anymore. But I definitely like to meet Marquette and then in the NCAA tournament and crush him. In
Milwaukee, he played in Milwaukee and then he stayed in Milwaukee. I thought that was.
I guess he thought Milwaukee was a better city than Provo.
Stop it.
It's a similar TV market as Salt Lake, but
it's just as cold though in the wintertime, I guess.
It was bad.
Yeah, it's probably colder out there than it was out here.
It was crazy.
Nate Austin on BYU Sports Nation. He is our summer hoops expert. There's been this overwhelming understanding that BYU needs to get better defensively, both on an individual basis for all of you, but as a team. What are you doing right now to get better in your team defense?
Well, it's something that we're addressing in our team workouts with our coaches. We're really trying to. It has to be our mentality. Coach Pope keeps talking about how it has to be in our DNA to get up in guys' faces and and make them uncomfortable on defense, and something that we're trying to change that that our DNA, that we're not just like guys kind of pass the ball around and dribble on the floor and things like that, but our mentality is kind of get up in the guys' faces and make them uncomfortable. And it's something that we're trying to change a little bit. As we play pickup, we're trying to insert it there and try to do it there. But it's something that we got. Obviously, in the last 3 or 4 years, BYU hasn't been the best defensive team in the conference. That's something we definitely haven't changed. I mean, we're a great offensive team. We can score buckets basically at will with the guys we have. But it doesn't mean anything if we're not getting stops. And I mean, there's times throughout the season last year where we're even though we have great shooters, shots weren't falling. And because we weren't able to get stops, we ended up losing the games. And so it's something that we're definitely addressing. And as the younger guys are coming in, it's something that we're telling them. That a guy blowing by you for a layup is not okay. A guy hitting an easy shot with no hand in his face is not okay. It's something that we're definitely trying to address and trying to change, because our mentality has to be that guys are uncomfortable and guys don't want to come and play us because they know that BYU is a defensive team.
Maybe it's too early for me to ask this, but can you sense a change from your NCAA tournament game back in March to now on June 26th in terms of defensive pressure and doing those things?
Well, definitely a sense, especially from the seniors, just a sense of urgency. We're right. Coach Rose has never had a class of seniors that hasn't won a conference championship. And so that's something that's definitely on our minds, definitely on his mind. And so I think there's definitely a sense of urgency from the seniors to step it up defensively, to make sure that there's no wasted time in workouts or in pickup, that that we're playing our hardest and we're get up in guys' faces defensively. And so that's I think that's carrying over to the juniors and the sophomores and the freshmen coming in, that I mean we're going to be a defensive team. We'll score buckets, we'll get up and down and get layups and get threes and things like that, but we're going to be a defensive team. We will get stops this year.
You're listed at 6'11". Is that your actual height?
7 feet.
You're a 7-footer.
I got measured at 7 feet last year.
Awesome.
So can we change that online, please?
Kyle Chilton, can we get that to 7 foot on the roster? Kyle's in the studio here. Is that a yes? Sure, he says.
It has been recorded.
I want a yes or no. No, sure. Come on.
Yes. Yes, he says.
Will you change it? Thank you. We'll pull the
commitment pattern.
Yeah, we'll pull the intermission right here.
I was just going to ask you, would you rather be a 7-footer? But you are a 7-footer. What's the best thing about being 6'11"? And then what's the worst thing? Or sorry, you're 7 feet.
You mean 7 feet?
Well, the best thing is I can be in the 7-foot club now. I mean,
Holler!
It's been my goal my whole life that I had no control over, but now that I hit it, it's like, I'm a 7-footer. And
You were in that club.
I'm in the club.
What's the worst thing? Unlike many BYU people, you are in the club.
I hit more doors now, hit more door frames and things like that.
Like
Exit
the
signs.
big and tall stores. Like,
I don't shop there.
No?
No.
Where do you,
I shop online, but you can find stuff online if you're willing to look for it.
That's true. That changed the game nowadays.
7-footer Nate Austin on BYU Sports Nation. So I have to bring this up. I happen to be showing up for our intramural softball game, and I look over to my right, and I see Nate Austin dominating in kickball. When did you become a kickball extraordinaire?
Well, kickball's actually always been my first sport. Basketball is just kind of just a backup. But
It's a scholarship sport.
yeah, I mean, BYU doesn't offer kickball for scholarship players.
Not yet.
But yeah, I'm trying to talk to But
How'd your team do? How'd your team do in kickball?
I think we ended up losing the quarterfinals. We lost to Erica Owens and her team. So I mean, all the girls played soccer. So
Yeah.
Erica Owens, former BYU goalkeeper.
So
okay.
yeah, they're pretty good. I talked a lot of crap that game, but I'm all talking kickball. But and then half our team ended up deciding to leave for a doubleheader, and so we were shorthanded. But we only lost by 2 or 3. But it's a fun sport. I'm trying to I try to help my footwork, and so I feel like kickball's
That's what you tell the coaching staff?
Yeah, it's the best way to help my footwork out.
It's like yoga or kickball in the offseason, right?
Exactly.
Always nice to have a dual sport athlete on the set.
Yeah.
Kickball, basketball player.
How was
Nate
your
Austin.
team's defense in kickball?
Well, if I was on the field, it was stellar. Like I was the captain out there. The guy, yelling where to go and things like that. We were pretty good defensively.
Don't be a hero. Use 2 hands.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
Don't do this one-handed. Like catch it in the chest. Just catch the ball.
Yeah. We actually played kickball a couple times as a basketball team too. On Fridays we have a little team event, and
Really?
yeah, a couple times ago we played kickball.
Who's the best kickballer on the team?
Well, besides me, Andrew Johnson's actually pretty good at placement.
One of the walk-ons.
Yeah, he's not the most powerful, but he's really good at getting on base and placing it. So
How's Tyler Haas? Tyler Haas better at kickball or dating?
Oh, you gonna go there?
Ty is good at both of those. Ty
Look at this guy.
Ty's
Teammate.
excellent at dating. He's just picky. He knows what he wants.
Listen, he's more of like a soccer player with dating. He'll that one time he'll get the goal. You know what I mean? Like date the one girl, awesome.
And the rest are flops, like in soccer or what?
Faking. Yeah. Oh, yellow card. Yeah.
Shoot, gotta go.
That one's ejected. Yeah, red card for that one. Yeah.
Oh, good stuff. Hey, Nate, great to
You mind
have
signing our flag before
Have
you
you
go?
signed our flag?
I might have. I'm not sure.
We could use 2 of your
Okay.
autographs if we are.
Dual
cool.
sport athlete. So you need to sign.
Yeah,
you have
this-
to
this- I signed for basketball before. I signed for kickball.
Oh.